Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. And for the Warriors, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Let us talk about Steph Curry, Shaq. He continues to set records. In last season's playoffs, just the second player in NBA history with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 7 threes in one game.
Ernie, his shooting touch gets all the attention, but he's also a great rebounder and a great passer at the point guard spot. He was a little upset last season. The GMs ranked him the third best shooting guard in the NBA. Maybe not the classic pass first point, but he's a playmaker as well as a scorer.
What does it sound like when he hits one of those threes?
Yak 'em.
Anything else?
Splaka-katayow.
That's more like it. Here's Kevin Harlan.
The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. And it's Barnes spot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Redick. It's blocked. Curry attacking. And he gets it to go. Curry's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Warriors. Well, you look at the numbers for the Warriors last season, their offense revolved around Steph Curry, and no surprise.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. The numbers were staggering. I mean, with Curry on the floor, they were right at the top of the league in offensive efficiency. And when he sat down, they were the worst. And a lot was on his shoulders, and he carried that burden up.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Here's Paul, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. There's the dish to Lee. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Buries it from three-point range. Iguodala's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And Curry, not just a factor offensively with his scoring, of course, but driving, making plays for others. And I think the departure of Jarrett Jack really allowed Curry to take on a larger playmaking role, and he showed he was ready for that.
Now here's Curry. Fires the three. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. 6 points for Andre Iguodala.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three. You talk about all of the gaudy numbers for Curry last season. Extremely impressive offensively. But there's one number he'd like to cut down on, and that's the turnovers. Second most in the league last season. And he'd be the first to tell you he knows he can do better, and I'm confident he will.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively because that was a blatant mistake.
He kicks it to Iguodala. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. Another three for Golden State.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Ball outside. Over in the corner, Barnes. Redick for 3. That's good. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Lee from past the arc. Curry's shot is off.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Back to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. And the shot is good. Thompson's got 6.
They've been outstanding here in the first quarter. Great spacing, excellent passing, and the three-point shooting has been unbelievable.
Now here's Redick. He's covered by Thompson. Paul, right side. Lots of room. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
J.J. Redick.
Now here's Curry.
The Warriors, a team with big ambition, from their plans for a new arena to a highly successful D-League team in Santa Cruz. This is a team on the rise.
Now here's Lee. It's a 5-point game. That's good. 9 points in the game so far.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Warriors not just looking to expand locally, but internationally as well, hoping to become the gateway team to China.
Yeah, much of the Bay Area's population and the Warriors fan base, most folks are of Asian descent. The Warriors unveiled a special Chinese New Year jersey, a nod to some of their fans here and abroad. Pretty smart marketing work by the Warriors.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Farmar. Crawford outside. Passes it to Davis. Baseline try. Green with the rebound.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now here's Crawford. Pass to Farmar. From 13 feet, it goes down. Farmar's got his first basket of the night.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Feeds to Barnes. Green with a screen on Dudley. Here's Barnes. And rush kicks to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. They kick it out to Green. Lets it go from deep. The Clippers grab the miss. 34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Crawford outside. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Dudley for 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Here is Livingston. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Barnes. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, he allowed him to get all the way to the rim, so actually a pretty good play to foul him and make him shoot free throws.
And then no choice really but to foul and stop the dunk. Don't let that happen.
The Warriors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Good on both. Six seconds left here in the opening quarter. Deep 2 from Crawford. Jump shot is good that time. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Warriors leading by 8. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now here's Curry. The feed to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Golden State moving it around. Pulls up. And Davis pulls it down.
Glenn Davis suffered that broken bone to his foot towards the end of the 2013 season, and that motivated him to slim down. He got down to the lightest weight he'd been since 8th grade, believe it or not, and still one of the strongest players in the league.
Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Curry passes to Barnes. The pass to Lee. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Great D that time from Davis. Crawford with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Out to the right wing. Paul for 3. And he gets the bucket. Paul's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they have. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
You could see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Crawford drives in. Outside for Davis. Dishes it to Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Over in the corner, Barnes. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Paul. Barnes against Crawford. The fader. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Griffin.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, if you ask Coach Doc Rivers about DeAndre Jordan, he's going to say something along the lines of, he can single-handedly change a game with his defense. I genuinely see traits of Bill Russell. Jordan said, to be compared with somebody like that, I take it to heart. Defense is my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd priority. I know that Doc instilled that in me. Kevin?
There's greatness and respect to be had doing the dirty work, Doris. Thank you. And the Clippers call time here.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. Paul outside, kicks to Redick. Griffin dishes to Paul. Curry with the steal. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to Thompson from outside the arc. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And Thompson kicks to Lee. Lee is screen on Paul. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Misses the three.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Jordan.
You just can't afford to let somebody get that good position in the paint.
Well, it's more than trouble when he does catch it down there, Steve. He's never going to miss from that range.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Lee. Rush comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Los Angeles, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Griffin. Dudley comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Paul.
You know, the Clippers had really good depth at the guard positions, but last season their lack of depth along the front line was a real problem. One they hope has been solved this season.
And Spates gets it to go. Here's Redick. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Jordan the screen. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Farmar.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here is Livingston, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now, here's Redick. They set the pick. In the corner, it's Farmar. Again, the Clippers.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
32 seconds left in the first half. Livingston passes to Spates. Off the screen, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Redick is in the corner. He dishes it to Farmar. He feeds it to Redick. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Warriors ahead, leading by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Really an extraordinary game for Thompson. 12-point. He's knocking down threes as effectively as twos, and that's saying something.
Yeah, because he's been good all over the floor. So valuable to this offense.
Warriors leading by 5.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
So for the Clippers right now, CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Clippers trail by 7. Now Redick to the left wing. The 19-foot shot. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Redick. Redick's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning. Some of that is the new CBA. But regardless, I mean, they doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000. And they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
That's good. Johnson's got 15.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
And you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down.
The drive by Paul. Nobody near Barnes. And the 3 off target. Warriors leading by 8. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers. Rivers said, I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. Los Angeles calls timeout. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. The dish now to Paul. Here's Griffin. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with the separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
The drive by Paul. Into Jordan. It's stolen by Bogut. Griffin against Curry. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Clippers trail by 10. Paul kicks to Redick. Passes it to Barnes. Pass to Jordan. From 8, and that one's good. Jordan's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. Now a timeout called by Golden State. DeAndre Jordan leading the NBA last season in 3 separate categories, Steve: rebounding, slam dunks, and field goal percentage.
Yeah, those last two are related, of course. You look at his shot chart, and it's basically a green dot right around the basket. I mean, pretty much all of his attempts coming right at the rim, mostly on putbacks or lobs.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. The Clippers also changing it up. Glenn Davis is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Barnes.
And for Jordan, last season with Doc Rivers coming in as coach, his role was clearly defined, laid out in crystal clear fashion: defense and rebound. But Rivers put high expectations within that role, expecting him to contend for Defensive Player of the Year.
And Jordan playing full starters minutes for the first time in his career last season. Just about doubled his rebounds per game and was a candidate for Most Improved Player. Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Barnes, the top overall recruit of the nation, coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
Warriors leading by 7. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Feeds it to Green. Back to Curry. Here's Lee. Can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Paul kicks to Crawford. Here's Griffin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. He hits both from the stripe. And for J.J. Redick, that shakeup must have been tough. His contract with the Clippers was contingent on the trade.
And Kevin, reportedly, Doc Rivers leaned on ownership pretty hard, saying, hey, I shook hands on this. Don't make me look bad here. Our reputation's at stake. It all worked out, but a reminder of the Clippers' rather dysfunctional past.
Here's Farmar following the score by Golden State. There's 1:34 left to play here in the third. Right side, Griffin, 4 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Brandon Rush is checked in for Golden State. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Los Angeles. To the inside, here's Dudley. That one goes. Count it.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
How about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
That's good. Spates has got 6.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Here's Farmar. Shot denied. 56 seconds left in the third. The offensive rebound. Spates. Great D that time from Davis. Clippers trail by 7. And there's the feed to Farmer. There's the screen. He kicks it to Dudley. 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Barnes for 3. Farmer grabs the board. The pass to Crawford. Dishes it to Hawes. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Maurice Space. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Spencer Hawes, 2.
He misses the free throw. Both teams will make substitutions. And he sinks the second. And the Warriors with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. And here's Barnes for 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's 10 points for Barnes. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Warriors lead by 9. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. The gorgeous feed there.
Clippers trail by 9. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside. That's the Warriors' 5. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Paul against Curry. And Redick kicks to Paul. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Barnes. The three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Clippers. Warriors leading by 6. Thompson outside. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Paul outside. Jordan the screen. Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Curry dishes to Iguodala. In low to Bogut. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Clippers trail by 4. Griffin a screen on Curry. Paul passes to Griffin. Over in the corner, Barnes. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Redick. The tray. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, you knew the run would come, and here it is. They're playing well now, trying to get back in this thing.
Yeah, pretty good comeback effort here. Rolling along nicely, and they've gotten themselves within striking distance now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Chris Paul is really a basketball junkie. When he's not playing the game, he watches all the games. He has a wall of TVs in his home so he can follow multiple games at once. That is fanaticism. And he actually could be preparing for a job in the studio someday.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
As you guys know, as passionate as Chris Paul is about basketball, I read an interview where he said he might walk early to spend time with his kids.
Yeah, I mean, it can be tough missing those moments, but I don't know. Paul strikes me as a lifer. Wouldn't surprise me one day to see him coaching, once his playing days are gone.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Chris Paul. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. And taken away by Paul. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Right through the D for the layup. And now it's a three-point Clipper lead.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Thompson outside. Lee dishes to Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Curry. Tries to snap the cold streak. That's good. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Paul passes to Redick. Back to Paul. Looking for Redick. He gets it there. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Curry kicks to Thompson. Lee sets a screen for Thompson. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Wide open. Out to Thompson. Lets the three fly. Barnes grabs the miss. Here's Lee. Good D by Jordan. LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Barnes dishes to Griffin. No luck. Good D by Lee.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Thompson passes to Curry. Takes the lead. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Big time bucket inside. He had to get that one over the top, and he did.
And in the face of a defender who was towering over him, too.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. .158 left here in the fourth quarter. Into Jordan. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're up by 2. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Ball against Curry. Lee left side. Iguodala kicks to Bogut. The jump hook. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Iguodala's got 3 assists tonight. Clippers trail by 4. The dish to Barnes. Back to Paul. Jordan the screen. Paul passes to Jordan. Griffin kicks to Redick to halt the run, and that one's good. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Lee is screen on Paul. Thompson dishes to Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. It falls!
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Now here's Redick. He's covered by Thompson. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Barnes. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Warriors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Bogut with a screen on Paul. Curry with a wide-open look. Buries it from outside.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 5. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Redick. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little improvement to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity.
Third team foul. At the line for your Warriors, Klay Thompson. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, so strategically everything changes a little bit. Those were very important foul shots.
Now Griffin inside.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
David Lee. 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And Redick kicks to Barnes. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They lead by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's his second personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for Golden State. Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And it just feels like those are the free throws that probably put this game out of reach.
Paul. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all the credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.